Hideaway Homestead. We have something interesting for you today. You're going to like this one, I think. We've been planning to go to Home Depot to get some wood and stuff, other materials also, to build onto a bathroom we're planning to put into a shed we have here. We are talking about doing agritourism, and what that means is having people come out to the farm and see what we're doing here, have a tour of the farm, maybe have a petting zoo, see what we're growing and that kind of thing of all the aspects of farm life, as you know, where we can actually earn a little bit of side income from it. And so that's what we're planning to do. So we're in the process of setting that up. But to do that, we have to have a bathroom, a public restroom for people to use when they come. We're talking about having school groups and maybe families and church groups or whatever to come out. So we're going to build this bathroom. So we talked about going to get the wood and all the building materials to do that, and then we were coming out to the farm last night, and as we drove past a construction site where they're building a whole bunch of houses, we saw these big dumpsters that had some wood in them. And so I said to Carol, I said, look, there's a bunch of wood in that. And she said, let's turn around and go back and look. So we did. We turned around and went back and looked in these dumpsters, and there was an unbelievable amount of building materials that they were throwing away in these dumpsters. So we stopped and got a lot of stuff. We have now more stuff than we probably need to build our little bathroom in our shed back here. It's just a God thing. You know, the Lord brings us these good things, and it's just amazing to us, and we appreciate it. It's just God's goodness that we got it. So I was going to show you a little bit of what we got in the truck here, and this is the stuff we loaded up yesterday. We got concrete blocks, we got some OSB plywood, and some regular plywood, a lot of 2x4s. Some of these are 2x6s. These 2x4s are 14 feet long. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them except for the fact that there's a few nails in them, as you can see here. But we can take those nails out. So there's nothing wrong with the wood itself. It's just that it looks to me as if they used it for something and then changed their mind, or the plans changed on the house or whatever, and so they took them out. So we got all this stuff here, and there are some more over on the ground. As you can see those on the ground over there. We got lots of stuff here. And some little furring strips, and I mean, we got all kinds of stuff. And so it was kind of like Christmas came to the homestead early this year for us.
For sure.
Yeah, and so we just loaded this baby up. So we're planning to start taking the nails out of these boards, and we're going to stack them somewhere and keep them until we're ready to start our project. And so we got enough stuff to do what we need. If you've watched any of our videos, you know we like to repurpose stuff, and this is a big repurposing thing for us. This really is a blessing, and it has saved us a tremendous amount of money. If you know anything about what the cost of materials are to build stuff these days, you know this stuff is very expensive. So anyway, so we are very happy to have this, and we're going to get started on our next project with building our bathroom. Probably.
That was a pretty piece right there.
That was a nice piece. It's a good size too.
This is pretty good for, I don't know, what do you call it? Cut lumber. That's in 2x4, 2x6, 2x2s. I think those are the only sizes in here, right? Some
Yeah.
pressure treated, some standard. But this is just a blessing and a blessing on top of a blessing. So Kevin's gonna get working on taking out the nails from those pieces closest behind him, and then those will be ready to use.
Here's a step.
Yeah, that can be a step for a project. So we love it. Well, somebody came up with the idea of using the storage shed to store things. So that's what we have done. But as you can see, we have the first wall of 2 that we have to build. We finished this one, and that will portion off the bathroom area. And then let's see if I can back up. Then this will be flush to that board across the top there, and we will have our little bathroom. So the first part of this project is done. Thank you, Lord, for providing the wood. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2x4s that we've used so far in our project that we got for free. We love it. No hit thumbs today, okay?
That's right. No more of that.
These 2 boards are going to hold the left side of the door frame, I guess you would say. And then the door will open in once we get rid of all this stuff that we're storing here. But since this shed has this loft on here, we don't even have to put a header on our door because this top is already at the height that the door is going to need to go. So we've got a 2x6 it looks like up there already. Going to give a lot of stability at the top of our door. Because of the lower height from that attic area in the shed, we're having to trim the 2x4s to a good bit shorter to make the studs. So just an extra step, but it works. We're big proponents of measuring twice and cutting once, so this is the cut once part.
Okay. Finish those 2.
I think you might have bought the longest nails they have.
Not really.
We are putting some little scraps along this edge just for something to nail the drywall to when it comes across that other direction. So we're just reusing some scraps around here, and that'll be good enough. Doesn't have to be supporting at all. It's just something for us to nail the drywall to.
Alright, so let's get this one on.
This is another spacer. It's not required for support, but it's something that we're going to need when we go to attach the drywall on the inside of our little bathroom. So Anyway, this pretty much ties us up for what we needed to do today, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got it ready to go. Next thing we got to do is plumb the toilet and the sink in. Of course, we got to cut the holes in the floor and put the pipes in and that kind of thing. And once we get that and get the sink in here with the vanity, then we can start. Well, actually, before we put the sink and vanity in, we'll start putting drywall in here. So then we'll have this all ready to go.
And wiring. We have a few things we're going to put in there. We're going to put an outlet above the vanity, just in case somebody sometimes needs to plug in a curling iron or something like that, or a shaver, electric shaver, and then we're going to put an overhead light in. So, those are the other things that are remaining, but we've made some good progress.
Yes, it's looking good. Well, that finishes up that project for the day. We're not completely done with it, but we're getting closer and closer. Just wanted to thank you for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave us comments. It really helps the algorithm a whole lot if people leave comments and hit the thumbs up. So until next time, thanks for joining us here on Hideaway Homestead.